Do you know that 80% of young people report feeling insecure about their bodies due to what they see on social media? Every scroll can reinforce an impossible standard, pushing many into unhealthy practice just to feel accepted. Can you imagine that? This statistic is never an exaggeration. As leaders in internet and cyber affairs, you have the power to make a difference. Whether people realize it or not, social media shapes our views, our habits, and even our self-worth. If you do not realize and act, this problem will only escalate. A future where families, communities, and even national stability are at risk. Good evening, esteemed members of the Ministry of Internet and Cyber Affairs. I am Dai Jiale. Today, I'm going to persuade you that social media should be regulated. I will spend time researching the effects of social media on mental health, as well as uncovering patterns and data that clearly show how unregulated social media content is harming us from my peers' experience. There should have some regulations on social media because the disorganized social media has negative impacts on people's mental health, while regulating it will benefit all the users. So today, I will discuss the problems social media creates, propose effective solutions, and highlight the benefits of regulating these platforms. The time to act is now, before the damage becomes irreversible. Let's start by examining how social media impacts our mental health and why we need to regulate the social media. According to a 2022 report from the Pew Research Center, 59% of teenagers reported feeling pressure on social media platforms, highlighting how these platforms negatively affect mental health by causing low self-esteem, fostering toxic environments, and exposing users to privacy risks. From a study published in American Psychological Association 2023, found that frequent social media use is significantly correlated with increased rates of body dissatisfaction and low self-esteem, particularly among young adults. What's more, social media platforms also create toxic online environments. A Pew Research Center survey 2022 found that 46% of the US teens have encountered some form of cyberbullying, highlighting the prevalence of online harassment among the demographic. Privacy and data misuse are major concerns as well. A psychological analysis by Knowledge at Wharton 2020 highlighted that large social media companies often sell user data to third parties without clear consent, exposing users to potential risks. To tackle the issues effectively, the Ministry of Internet and Cyber Affairs must implement stricter content moderation, demonstrate transparency, and promote digital literacy. Let's discuss some solutions to regulate social media and make it a healthier space for everyone. According to the Harvard Business Review Psychology 2022, stricter content moderation policies that utilize AI tools and human oversight can reduce the spread of harmful and misleading content. Most importantly, transparency is critical. A report from Digital Privacy Alliance 2021 recommends that the Ministry of Internet and Cyber Affairs mandate social media platforms to disclose how social media data is collected and used, ensuring accountability. Promoting digital literacy is another vital step. A UNESCO Psychological Initiative 2023 highlights that teaching critical media skills in schools can empower young users to navigate social media responsibly. Now, you may be wondering, what are the benefits of these solutions? While I was reading through the article of pros and cons of regulating social media, I found that regulating social media will not only reduce harm, but also foster a more positive online environment. And there are 3 benefits you can refer to. The first key benefit of regulating social media platforms is the protection of users from harmful content, such as controversial speech and cyberbullying. By establishing clear rules and guidelines for acceptable content, platforms can create a safer online environment for users, particularly vulnerable groups such as children and minorities. Besides, regulating social media platforms can also help to ensure that user privacy and data protection are upheld. By enforcing strict data protection policies and practices, platforms can prevent unauthorized access to users' personal information, reducing the risk of identity theft, fraud, and other cybercrimes. Furthermore, increased transparency fosters a more respectful relationship to users and platforms. Users can no longer feel clueless about how their data is used or how the content is curated. This open approach builds trust, making it more likely to engage actively and responsibly with the platforms. In conclusion, it's easy to see how beneficial social media can be if we add more regulations on it. And regulation can transform social media from a source of stress into a platform for positive change. And today, I explored why social media needs regulation, proposed actionable solutions, and highlighted the transformative benefits of these measures. So, I urge the Ministry of Internet and Cyber Affairs to support initiatives that demand accountability from social media platforms, promote health positive messaging, and create safer digital spaces. Moreover, the ministry should champion initiatives that encourage responsible advertising, enforce stringent content moderation standards to create safer and more ethical digital environment. As Dave Will said, don't use social media to impress people, use it to impact people. By regulating social media, we serve the greater good, fostering safer and better digital spaces for all. Together, we can ensure social media becomes a tool for connection, not a source of harm. That's all my speech today. Thank you.